Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Monday, January 23rd, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So since it's Monday, won't be doing a recap since it's been a couple days since we did have a video, or technically it was a live stream on Friday. But I'm going to be going over the injuries in play for tonight's main slate. Going to be going over my core picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings as well. Those are probably going to be subject to change as we do get more news coming along throughout the day. But without further ado, we'll get started on those injuries in play for tonight's slate. It is, I believe, a 7-game main slate. We have 2 games tipping off at 7 o'clock Eastern time, and then we have about an hour gap to our next set of games. So the first game that we're going to go over is the Milwaukee Bucks, who are without Serge Ibaka once again. Chris Middleton and Giannis Antetokounmpo are both expected to play tonight. Probably not getting too much exposure to this Bucks team overall. Obviously, Giannis has missed about 5 games now. Chris Middleton has missed 18 games with his knee injury, so don't expect too much from him. Giannis, you can take some shots there if you really want to do so. For the Pistons side, we got Marvin Bagley and Isaiah Stewart both listed as out. Killian Hayes is listed as questionable. Do assume that Killian Hayes does end up playing since it's just a bruise on his shoulder contusion. But if he were to miss, then obviously we see somebody else in that starting lineup, whether it's an Alec Burks, a Hamidou Diallo, or someone else. You can definitely take some shots on this Pistons team overall. Jalen Durant's probably going to be the most popular piece, especially on DraftKings tonight at $4,500. Then for the Boston Celtics, they are without Malcolm Brogdon, Danilo Gallinari, and Marcus Smart. And then Robert Williams listed as questionable to play. He messed up his knee the last time out. It is a back-to-back, so he's probably going to sit out today, and then Al Horford will sit out tomorrow. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. Derek White's going to be a pretty interesting play, kind of taking over that main point guard role tonight. Then for the Orlando Magic, we got Chuma Okeke out once again, and now Jonathan Isaac is listed as probable to play tonight. He has most recently played in 3 G League games, not playing a ton of minutes down there, but it's good to see him back. It's been almost 2.5 years since he last played. Then for the Atlanta Hawks, Bogdan Bogdanovic and Onyeka Okongwu are both listed as questionable to play tonight. We'll see if they play tonight or not. If Bogdanovic misses, DeAndre Hunter's going to look a little bit better. AJ Griffin would be a GPP paydown option. And if Okongwu misses, then obviously Clint Capella is going to look a little bit better as long as he doesn't have any type of minutes limit tonight. For the Chicago Bulls, Lonzo Ball, Javonte Green both out once again. Goran Dragic listed as questionable. Not a big factor for DFS though. And then we have the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are without Jordan McLaughlin and Karl Anthony Towns once again. Taurean Prince is listed as questionable. Supposedly re-rolled his ankle once again, so we'll see if he plays tonight or not. Obviously, he has yet to miss a game with that ankle injury. Rudy Gobert remains questionable. He's missed the past 3 games due to his groin injury, and then Bryn Forbes is questionable due to illness as well. For the Houston Rockets, Kevin Porter Jr. is out once again, and Jabari Smith listed as questionable. I believe he's dealing with an ankle injury as well. Do kind of expect him to miss once again tonight. Tari Eason would be an interesting play in that case. But if Jabari Smith ends up playing, kind of just not a lot of value there to go around. We're going to take some shots on some Rockets overall. Sengun's been amazing as of late, though. Then we move down to Charlotte Hornets, who are without Kelly Oubre. Cody Martin is listed as doubtful, and LaMelo Ball is listed as questionable. We'll see if he ends up playing tonight or not. Obviously, if he doesn't end up playing, we got Gordon Hayward back the last time out. Terry Rozier is going to look pretty good. Could take some shots there if LaMelo were to miss. If he plays, not a ton of value to go around overall on this team. Then for the Utah Jazz, just Kelly Olynyk out once again, so no major changes there. San Antonio Spurs just without Devin Vassell once again, so pretty much what we've seen in recent games. And then the Portland Trailblazers just without Justice Winslow once again, so another pretty standard lineup there. The Grizzlies are on the back-to-back today. Danny Green is listed as out. We'll see if we get any other changes throughout the day. And then the Sacramento Kings just have Metu listed as questionable at this point in time. So not too much in terms of injuries for today, but that's kind of a quick little rundown. Obviously, we're going to be checking out on Rudy Gobert, Jabari Smith once again. And Onyeka Okongwu could open up some value in Clint Capella, maybe John Collins as well. And then obviously we'll pay attention to Robert Williams and Killian Hayes as well. Maybe Giannis gets ruled out randomly. Maybe Chris Middleton gets ruled out randomly. But if anything like that does end up happening throughout the day, I'll list it down in the comments. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my core picks over there. So we're going to start off at the point guard position with D'Angelo Russell. He is $6,700 going against Houston Rockets tonight. A good pace-up spot. Not the greatest defensive team in the world either by any means. D'Angelo Russell has recently found his shot a little bit more in the most recent games. So do like that. They're going against Houston, who he just had a pretty solid game against once again. Looking for 34 points, averaging just over 33 so far on the season. Currently I'm projected for 35 on the DraftKings side tonight. Then at shooting guard, we're going to go with Derek White. He is $5,400, looking for 27 points. Obviously, that main point guard for the Boston Celtics tonight should have pretty solid minutes. Would expect him to play 30 to 32 minutes in this game, maybe even potential for more as well. Good matchup against the Orlando Magic tonight. Like the upside that he does offer. Got him projected right now for 28, 29 points, but definitely does have a little bit of upside for more as well. Then on the opposite side of that Rocket and Timberwolves game, we got Eric Gordon at small forward. He's $4,400. Been playing reasonably well without Kevin Porter Jr. in the lineup. Only looking for 22 points on. He's averaging 20.5 on the season. A little bit of pace up spot once again against the Timberwolves. Also not the greatest defense in the world, especially if Rudy Gobert doesn't end up playing, but that doesn't really affect Eric Gordon too much since he's mainly a three-point shooter, but does get a bump in assist rate with no Kevin Porter Jr. out. Does get a bump in usage rate without Kevin Porter Jr. out as well. So do like him once again tonight. Currently I'm projected for 23, 24 points, but offers a little bit of upside for more as well. Then at power forward, pretty similar to Eric Gordon, we got Keegan Murray here at $4,400. Looking for 22 points down. He's averaging just over that on the season so far. Currently, I'm projected for 23, 24 tonight. Been playing big minutes. Been playing slightly better as of late, so do like the upside that he could offer in this matchup. Not the greatest matchup in the world against the Memphis Grizzlies, but they are on the back-to-back. Maybe they rest a couple guys. Maybe Keegan Murray looks a little bit better in that case as well. And then last but not least, at that center position, we got Jalen Duran for the Pistons. He is $4,500. Looking for 22, 23 points out. He returned last game. Only played 18 minutes. He was off the bench. Him and Isaiah Stewart kind of split the center minutes instead of starting alongside each other, but Stewart is out tonight. Sounds like Duran should get the start and play sizable minutes tonight. Currently, I'm projected for 25, 26 points, but definitely does offer a ton of upside for more as well. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed on the DraftKings side, you have $24,600 remaining. $8,200 remaining per player. So definitely a ton of room, whether you want to play up for someone like a Jason Tatum, who's probably going to be pretty popular today, a Damian Lillard, who's been playing extremely well lately, Giannis, if you want to go there as well, or if you want to take a little bit more balanced approach, that's definitely fine on tonight's slate as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my core picks over there as well. So on the FanDuel side, once again, we have point guard D'Angelo Russell, $6,500 on FanDuel. Looking for 32, 33 points at him. He's averaging 32 so far in the season. Good pace-up spot against the Rockets tonight, a team that doesn't play a ton of defense either way. This should be a pretty high-scoring game. Like him quite a bit. Had a pretty good matchup against them the last time, which was their most recent game. Currently, I'm projected for 34 points, but definitely does offer some upside for more as well. Then once again at shooting guard, we got Derek White at $5,500. Looking for 27, 28 points down. Everything I said on DraftKings still applies here as well. He is the main point guard for the Boston Celtics tonight. Expect him to play 30 to 32 minutes. It's a pretty good matchup against Orlando tonight as well. Currently, I'm projected for about 28 points, but does offer some upside for more as well. Then at small forward, there was quite a few options to look at here. I ultimately landed on DeMar DeRozan at $8,000. You can also look at Jaylen Brown and Anthony Edwards, who are both in price down spots overall. But with DeRozan, we got $8,000. Returned the most recent game, played 38 minutes in that game, so we don't really have any concern with his injury. And that game was a couple days ago since they did play over in France and then had to fly it back. Going against Atlanta tonight, not the greatest defensive team in the world either. They're not terrible. They're kind of middle of the pack and everything else like that. But do like DeRozan quite a bit tonight. Currently, I'm projected for 43 points. You're only looking for 40 out of him at $8,000, so offers a pretty good value as well. Then in power forward, it was kind of the yucky spot today on the FanDuel side, which it ultimately is a lot of the time as well. $6,000 John Collins is where I ended up looking for 30 points down. He's averaging 29 so far on the season. Goes against a decent spot against the Chicago Bulls tonight. Currently, I'm projected for 29 as well. But if Onyeka Okongwu was out tonight, he could see some backup center minutes, grab a couple extra rebounds, be a little bit useful in that way. Maybe a couple extra minutes overall as well. So do like him quite a bit tonight for the upside that he does offer. And then last but not least, at the center position, we have Alperen Sengun. For the Houston Rockets, he's $8,400, so his price tag keeps going up and up and up. But if you've been watching what this guy's been doing as of late, it's been extremely great. And his assist rate's gone way up with no Kevin Porter Jr. in the lineup. He's got a couple triple-doubles here and there. A very successful matchup against the Timberwolves last time out. If Rudy Gobert plays, it might affect him a little bit overall, but you're still got a banged-up Rudy Gobert in that case. We'll see if he plays or not either way, but averaging almost 34 fantasy points per game on the season so far. We're looking for 42 out of him. Have him modestly projected for 44, and you have to say modestly just because of what he's been doing lately. Played 37 minutes last time out. If he's getting that big of minutes, once again, he's going to look very, very good tonight overall. But a pretty solid play on a slate that doesn't have a ton of good center value on the FanDuel side. as opposed to DraftKings, where there is a good amount of value centers as well. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have on the FanDuel side, you have $25,600 remaining, $6,400 per player. So I might have to get a little bit more creative. There is a lot of guys in that $8,000 price range that I do like tonight, whether it's DeMar DeRozan, Alperen Sengun, Jaylen Brown, Anthony Edwards. A lot of guys right around that range that look pretty good. So if you can kind of bounce your build and get a lot of them in there, and then kind of sneak a couple other value plays in there, I think that's kind of the way to do FanDuel tonight overall. But with that being said, these are my core 5 picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, January 23rd. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to note whether those questions are more FanDuel or DraftKings specific, so I can best help you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's someone from my core 5 picks from either site, or whether it's a completely different player that you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. And then, as always, I'll be listing all the injury updates down in the comments throughout the day, as well as many starting lineups as I can get to tonight. And then about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock, I'll have my updated core out, or as those updates do become available throughout the night. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, primarily NBA DFS at this point in time. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who is yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I do daily NBA DFS core pick videos just like this, whether it's a pre-recorded video like this, or whether it's a live stream. I also try to touch on NBA prize picks as much as I can Monday through Friday throughout the week as well. And then in the coming weeks, I will be doing some NFL draft content. So if you're into that at all, be sure to check that out as well. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.